to the following announcement. For safety reasons, the use of power banks is strictly prohibited during this flight. Please ensure they are safely stored and protected from pressure or damage.
坐下行李 Please hold on to the handrail, mind your step, and do not let go of the
Later on in the night, when the crowds have gone, we could talk under moonlight till dawn. We could stay to watch the sunrise, cancel all our plans. We don't need a reason why we just can't. I wish I could stop time. Stay in this moment, never think about going. Won't you stay with me for a little while? Got myself free falling deep into your eyes. Came to me without warning, but I knew why. I wish I could stop time. Stay in this moment, never think about going. Won't you stay with me for a little while? Stay in this moment, never think about going. Won't you stay with me for a little while? I've been away for far too long, but now I'm on my way back home. I hear the west winds calling out my name. They're telling me to head your way, down your road and past your gates. Keep your eyes on the horizon. I was looking to belong when I'd already found my home. Won't be long, I'm there before the setting sun, for you to fall into my arms, the place I call my home. I was looking to belong when I already found my home. I was looking Ooh, that sugar sweet, you got what I need. Sipping on the potion, all that good emotion, just my kind of heat. Keep it on repeat, justify the potion, loving is the potion. Live it up, live it up, live it up, sweet emotion. Every time, every night, every night, you're alone. Switch it up, switch it up, switch it up where I'm going. Stay on the fly, just in time, know the right way to go. I'm on the road, it's my time, taking control of my life. I want to run the red lights, I've got to run this show. You always take me so high, you always make me
都在表演哦。
Take a leap of faith. We got a love that's worth the wait. Darling, you've been on my mind. Gonna love you till the end of time. I know you're the one. Our story's just begun. I'm never gonna let you go. With your love, I'll never be alone. There's only one thing I know for sure. I'm never gonna let you go.
すごい。
Rainy days don't seem so wet. Stormy nights don't stay. From the moment that we met, you were worth the wait. Oh, this could be the best thing that I'll ever know. Talk for hours and never slept. Two silhouettes on the concrete steps. We watched the sun as it slowly crept from the horizon to the place we met. Oh, this could be the best thing that I'll ever know. Best thing that I'll ever know.
summer snow. When it falls on you, your blood runs cold. But don't you sweat your pretty skin, 'cause it melts away for it sinks in. And you dream about this very night, when the moon runs down the summer sky. Could it be the morning of the spring, when the sea runs dry and start to sing? Have you heard from the sky all about it? Down the river, high tide flows around it. Through the whispers of pines, I hear them sing. The more you love, the more you live. Do you ever feel like going back when nothing seemed to be a drag? You ran until your legs gave way, and you cried and got back up again. And it's real to think that I could fly across a broken bridge in the fading light. Never thought ahead of my 2 feet. Never had a care in the world, you see. Have you heard from the sky all about it? Down the river, high tide flows around it. Through the whispers of pines, I hear them sing. The more you love, the more you live. Have you heard from the sky all about it? Down the river, high tide flows around it. Through the whispers of pines, I hear them sing. The more you love, the more you live. Have you heard from the sky all about it? Down the river, high tide flows around it. Through the whispers of pines, I hear them sing. The more you love, the more you live. The more you love, the more you live.
The sunlight dances on the balcony as I wait for thee to come home. Fumble the words and miles of miss when you're in that dress. Glad you're home. Please stay with me, never leave. You walked into my life and I am glad you came, glad you came. When you're not around, I've been broken. Glad you came, glad you came. I was lost till I fell in your eyes, had me wondering why I feel like home. into my life, and I am glad you came, glad you came. You wanna ride life and broken, glad you came, glad you came, glad you came, glad you came, glad you came. I'm glad you came. Golden days drifting far away, light is leaving town. Colors fade, but I'm thinking we stay just for a little while. Let's lose track of time, darling, stay for a little longer while I hold your time will wait. So just rest your head upon my shoulder, nothing in our way. It's colder but the day's not over yet. Summer nights, watch them go by as we fight off the cold. Holding you tight, you know just what I'm thinking. I don't want this moment to go. No, I don't want this moment to go. Let's lose track of time, darling, stay for a little longer while I hold your time will wait. So just rest your head upon my shoulder, nothing in our way. It's colder but the day's not over yet. Rainy days don't seem so wet. Stormy nights don't stay. From the moment that we met, you were with me. Oh, this could be the best thing that I'll ever do.
湾呢？